Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Saturday night live from Los Angeles with a Los Angeles Dodgers post-game show, man. And, this should have been a sweep, y'all. This series should have been a sweep. It's not going to be, obviously, but this series should have been a sweep. We got a lot of different things to touch on tonight. The Dodgers just did not have a good game at all. And there's a lot of other contributing factors in this game. I've seen some of it in the chat already. I know the umpire situation, the Walker Buehler situation. There's a few situations in this game. All that kind of piled together. This was the Dodgers' fault. I'm never a blame the referee umpire guy. Today they challenged my philosophy. Don't get me wrong. I will say this, that pitch in the bottom of the ninth to Muncy that dropped for strike two, that they called strike two. It was a ball. That one I can almost live with because that was a pitch high with movement that dropped and the catcher did a great framing job. That was near the zone. The one that really kind of challenged my philosophy with umpires were the ones that were like way off outside of the zone, to the left or the right. And there were some that were so far out of the zone, away from the plate. North-south is more difficult than east-west when it's to calling strikes. If you've ever umpired, if you've ever played catcher, or if you've ever even been at a plate to bat, it's more difficult east-west, north-south and east-west. Okay, so that strike call on Muncy, that was clearly a ball. From the viewer perspective, when the box is there, I can almost live with that one because that one is more often than not by multiple umpires called a strike when it's not, right? But the ones that were far off the plate, left and right, are not often called strikes by a majority of umps, even when they have their own quote unquote own strike zone, right? Which still drives me nuts in baseball, how a certain umpire has his own strike zone. And And the thing of it is also is that that box I see in the chat, and you're absolutely correct. I was going there. Internet is my home. Shout out to you. You're absolutely right. That box is not always accurate either. That is an absolute fact. I don't always look at the box. I look at the batter. I look at the catcher and then the ump. But the batter's body is almost a strike zone. The knees, a batter almost has his own strike zone more than an umpire should, realistically. So when I was looking at that pitch that was thrown to Muncy, that drop that he called the strike, that one I can live with, even though it led to a loss. It wasn't a strikeout pitch, but it put him in a position where he had to swing, right? And anything close. It pains me to admit that I have to live with that because we've reaped the benefit of that pitch several times. And you guys know me, I'm not a real tantrum thrower. I'm not really dramatic. I'm passionate, but I'm not really dramatic. And from that standpoint, I know that we have benefited from that call on that same type of pitch multiple times. So I'd be a little bit of a hypocrite to throw a tantrum when it didn't benefit me or my team, excuse me. So that's where kind of I'm at with it. I can live with that one. The one that I really struggle living with, right, is that one that was like way off. Gavin Lux had a really, really bad pitch that should have walked in a run that would have tied the game. And it still doesn't mean we win. It still doesn't mean that Blackman doesn't hit another home run against us in the top of the ninth. It doesn't necessarily mean that those things don't happen, but that in the scheme of things doesn't really matter because these things have to be broken down in each instant. And that one was so obvious to everyone in the world other than the umpire that was a ball. That was clearly a ball. But outside of that, the Dodgers did themselves no favors in this game. Let's keep it a buck here. Let's keep it real, yo. It's easy to blame the umpire. It's easy to blame different situations here. But Hudson missed his pitch twice. Once, Blackman just clobbered it down the line so hard and so fast that the camera couldn't even catch it. He missed his target on that one. And on the other pitch, he missed his target, and Blackman sent it to the right field seats. Just inside the foul pole. So that was no one else's fault but Hudson for missing his target. The pitch that he threw to the next batter to strike him out was the pitch he should have thrown to Blackman, and he would have struck them out. In the end, though, the Dodgers did not score in the bottom of the ninth. That home run wasn't the deciding factor, per se, right? Maybe Shohei goes up there with only run down, is looking, maybe him, Mookie, and Freddie are thinking, okay, I just need one to tie. Let me just swing for the fences. Maybe that changes it. Maybe it does. But at the end of the day, the final score, they were up 4-3. They won 6-3. The Dodgers never scored again. So when you're getting tactical, it really didn't. But when you're getting down to the philosophy and the mentalities of pitchers and hitters, a 1-run game versus a 3-run game, there's arguments for all this. I understand that. But my thing is the Dodgers 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position, 12 men left on base. That's the story of the game, y'all. That with Hudson missing his location twice. And that first inning where Buehler was a little shaky and the defense just did not hold him down in that top of the first. So constantly getting behind to start games, right? And the Dodgers are very good at coming back when it's 1 through 7. When they trail after 8, it's pretty much done this season. They're 3-50 something when trailing after 8. That is a little bit of a problem. So these things that are happening at the end of games when they are losing, it's a little late in the season to try to start figuring that out. They have to start scoring earlier. They have to take care of the baseball in the first inning. And Walker Buehler tonight, like I said, I've been saying for a while, if he can give us 6 innings with 4 or less runs, we could probably live with that. We probably could. And today he gave us 5 1/3. He struck out 9 and he gave up 4 runs. So a guy with the ERA north of 5 gave up less runs than his ERA, technically, right? And the second he saw trouble in the 6th inning, they got him out of there. And I think this is just what it's going to be with Walker Buehler. The Dodgers need to be able to score 5, 6, 7 runs when he pitches because he's going to give up 3 or 4. He's just not the guy that he was in seasons past. He has not come back from those injuries. So when you got Walker Buehler out there, you've got to score north of 4 runs because he's going to give up 3 or 4. And the Dodgers did not do that today, unfortunately. So we knew that going in. I talked about that on postgame. We knew that going in. So that was just one of those things where you got Walker Buehler out there. You can't score 3 runs in a game like that. That just can't happen. So let's go ahead and bring up the box score here on the screen because, as I said, if you're the Dodgers and you got Walker Buehler on the mound, this is what you're gonna have to contend with, right? Make sure you guys can see this here. Okay, there we go. So let's go and take a look at this box score here. Okay, the Dodgers lost 6-3, obviously. Okay. Colorado getting those 2 runs in the 9th made it 6-3 instead of 4-3, but they only out-hit the Dodgers by 1. That first 2 innings when they led 3-0, and then Mookie hits that home run. They score again in the 4th, right? And that's pretty much all they did. But Buehler goes to 1-6 with a 5.63 ERA. The 9 Ks today was encouraging, even though it was against the Rockies. It was encouraging to see 9 Ks. And to be honest, and it's going to sound crazy, but I'm actually to the point where I'm okay with Buehler giving up 3 or 4 runs if he goes 5 or 6. And because we have the bats and the lineup who are capable of matching that output. They matched the hits just about, but they could not match the scoring, right? So Ohtani 1 for 3, he had that hit in the 9th. He scored a run. He did walk. He struck out once. But, Mookie, he had that hit. He had that home run when he drove in Shohei. He had a hit that other inning where they were on base, and then Lux ends up, getting out because of that horrific ball call that was there. But you got Teoscar going 0 for 4, Edman going 0 for 4, Muncy going 0 for 3, Rojas going 0 for 3. Yeah, the rookie Fiducia getting a hit. But the guys who have been kind of carrying you in these moments where Shohei, Mookie, and Freddie get on, 0 for Teo, 0 for Edman, 0 for 3 Muncy, 1 for 3 Lux, 0 for 3 Rojas. That bottom of that lineup there fell apart. It fell apart for the Dodgers today. And that's where it is. Those top 3 guys, if they get on, whether it's a hit, whether it's a walk, whether it's an error, whatever it is, time and time again, the middle to the late part of the lineup has been able to kind of make some things happen. And today, they just didn't. They did not make it happen. So when you look at here, the pitching here, we had Buehler 5 1/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned, right, of the 4. 1 ball, 9 K. The ball to K ratio was wonderful. He only gave up the 1 home run, right? Then you had Vesia came in. He did his thing, 2 Ks in 2/3 of an inning. Honeywell came in, right? He went 2 innings, 1 K, 1 ball, 1 hit, no runs. He gave 2 innings. Then you got Hudson, 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 of the earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and that 1 home run to Blackman. So Hudson missing his pitch. But then it was just, like I said, the start of that first inning, man. That first inning where they got that run, and they got lucky to only get out of it with that 1 run. They got lucky because the Dodgers played a very, very sloppy top of that first inning. And it made it real hard for Buehler to lock in on anything there. So these combinations of the way they start games have just been problematic when it comes to the Dodgers, man. It's just been one of those stretches where they're playing themselves from behind in almost every game. And for the most part, especially early in games, they get down 3-0. It was a 3-3 game like in the blink of an eye, right? The Dodgers came back and just started doing things immediately. But you just can't have games like that. Night in and night out. You've got to give yourself chances to win. Because if you don't, then you're just going to be stuck with where you are. So now let's get into the talking point here of what we got to talk about when it comes down to these standings here. Because on my pregame, I was talking about how I'm still not, believe it or not, call me naive, call me whatever you want. I still think the Dodgers are going to win the division no matter what. I think that the bare minimum they're going to get a game or two against San Diego. I just feel they're going to. So you got a game again tomorrow. The assumption probably will be San Diego in their last 10, 8-2. They've won 3 in a row. They've been on an absolute, pretty much tear. They had a slight hiccup last week. And again, these San Diego Padres, just like the Arizona Diamondbacks, just like the Yankees, just like the Phillies, the Rockies have been playing spoiler to these teams. They took 2 or 3 from San Diego. They took 2 or 3 from Arizona. I believe they took 2 or 3 from Philly, and they made it rough on the Yankees for a series too in New York. So this situation, what Colorado is doing right now, they have been doing the teams. They have been doing this. This is what they've been doing for the last month. They've been playing spoiler. I've been on Twitter saying, shout out to the Rockies. Let's go Rockies, because they've been causing havoc to other teams. And now they've just done it to us, right? Today. We took care of them yesterday in a game that was difficult for a lot of that game. And they won today, even though we had a chance right at the end. And now we gotta win the rubber match tomorrow to win the series against them. And this is what they've been doing to teams. And so the Dodgers, and it's to the point where we were talking on the pregame as well, is like, maybe you're better off to hold out Yamamoto till the Padres series. We probably want to have Yamamoto and Flaherty pitch that series, right? But now they're at a point where they have to win this series, so they're going with Yamamoto tomorrow in the Sunday game in against the Rockies tomorrow. So this is something that they're going to have to get done. They need the win tomorrow, and they probably need to get 2 or 3 from the Padres, and then they need to sweep the Rockies at the end. And here's the thing. I think they can. And I think there's a good chance they will. This team all season has stepped up. You remember that stretch where they were going into Arizona. Arizona was on a tear, and the Dodgers had to go in there at bare minimum, split that series. Bare minimum. And I told you they was going to win that series. I told you they were going to win 3-1. They went in there and they won 3-1. Now, I got lucky because I was right? I got lucky there. I'm no fortune teller. You know what I mean? I can't see the future. I just had a vibe, right? I felt it. Now, I could be 100% wrong here, and maybe I will be. I feel they're going to win tomorrow, and I feel they're going to take 2 or 3 from the Padres. I just feel that's what's going to happen. And if they do that, they've handled business, and they'll be in great shape. If they don't, then we're going to have some other things to talk about, other matchups to talk about, and they control their fate. It's in their hands. This team has some bad luck going their way. Padres got a lot of good luck going their way right now. But at the end of the day, you make your own luck. And this is baseball. And at any given moment, it could all fall apart just as fast as it got going. And that's what baseball is. So that's a division. Let's go and look at the league here. They had a chance to take a full game lead over Philly. They did not do that. They are now tied with Philly for the best record in Major League Baseball right now. And let's go and check the current wild card standings, which didn't change too much after the pregame we did earlier. Arizona only a game up on the Mets now. You got Atlanta 2 games back of the Mets now. And I think it's going to be Arizona and Atlanta battling out for that final slot. I think New York is going to get it no matter what. Even though the Diamondbacks have now won 4 in a row, they're turning it around now. They're getting hot again. Their run differential, as you see here. But if you look at the amount of runs that they score, when you look at these top 6 teams, they're number 1. They're number 1 they're the only one in the 800s, and they're at 8.5. So they're going to score on you. They are going to score on you. But they will give up runs too, because 6s, 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 and they're in the 7s. So they're going to run it up on you, but they will also give it up to you. And that's where they are right now. You know, they've won 4 in a row. I still like the Mets hanging in there, and I think it's going to come down to Arizona and the Diamondbacks there. But there's still a lot of baseball to be played in a week, right? There's only the Dodgers have, I believe, 7 games now remaining on the schedule. I believe that they're going to win 6 of the 7. I think they're going to win 6 of 7. I think they're going to win tomorrow. I think they take 2 or 3 from the Padres, and I think they sweep Colorado in Colorado. Unless there's a caveat here. I think the only way they don't sweep Colorado in Colorado is if they have nothing to play for. If they get to like the final game of the season and they either can't catch Philly or they've got it locked up and the division race is decided. If they have nothing to play for, then maybe they sit everybody in the last game of the year and maybe they lose that one. But outside of that, today's game against the Rockies was a fluke. Since like that game where Walker Buehler pitched in that tiebreaker game in 2018, they've absolutely owned the Colorado Rockies the last 6 years. Recent history says that they're going to handle business in these next 4 games against them. It just says that. Now we'll see if history is remaining on our side at the end of it, but everything that you run, anything that you see since 2018 says that the Dodgers should win these next 4 against them, assuming that they are playing for something at those times. But we're gonna have to wait and see. The thing about baseball, it is very hard. You can't always predict everything, right? Yeah, I mean you can never predict, but it makes it difficult to truly understand where you kind of stand in a given moment. Because like I said, a game like tonight where the Colorado Rockies can come in there and can beat you by 3 runs. This should not have happened, but it did, and that's baseball. That is baseball. And that's why we're where we are now with the standings. But you've put yourself in position, even with all these injuries, even with everything, you're still tied for the best record in Major League Baseball. You're still got a 3-game lead in the division, even with all the bad luck and even with all the injuries. Finish strong. Even if you finish less than the 6-1 that I predict, I think you still have a decent chance. My main thing for saying I'm almost more worried about the series with San Diego. Not worried. I'm more focused on the series with San Diego than I am on the one with Colorado, because I want to go into the playoffs with San Diego having fresh in their mind that we just beat them in a series. Like I want that. I think the Dodgers want that. And on the flip side, the Padres want to go into the postseason knowing that they just beat the Dodgers in another series. Like they definitely want that. They definitely do. And they should. And they've been playing great. You got to give them their respect. You know, the gamesmanship and playing around and joking and talking trash is one thing. But at the end of the day, you also got to give credit where credit is due. And they've been playing excellent ball of late. They just have. And now it's the Dodgers' turn to sit here. They were 1-3. They had won 3 in a row coming into tonight. They had a hiccup. Now they've got to win 6 of 7. They've got to get it done. And if they do, they'll be in excellent shape. If they don't, they're going to have some hard work. They're going to have some pressure on themselves to finish out this season. And we'll see where they lie. But shout out to y'all for tuning in, man. Been talking here for a bit. Appreciate you guys hanging around. One Peruvian guy. See you, brother. Fire those umps, he said. Appreciate you tuning in. Internet is my home. Dodgers will be hosting the white hot Mets in the wild card. The Mets are incredible. The way they've been playing since the All-Star break, I 100% agree with you, but I still believe the Dodgers are going to hold on to this division. I just believe so. Wide strike zones. Exactly, Eric. Like I said, the north-south ones I can live with. The east-west ones are problematic to me. Lewis, what's good, my guy? He said, what's good, my brother Jeff? Get the likes up and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and tell a friend or a family member about the channel. Appreciate you, Lewis. That's right, man. Tell a friend that it's Jeff and them again back here at Empire Jeff TV, man. Appreciate you, man. And listen to Lewis, man. If you have not done so already, drop a like on the video. We'd greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the show or you've been here before and you have not done so, please subscribe to the channel. We would also appreciate that. Also, keep in mind, get your MLB, NBA, and NFL gear and more by using our Fanatics link that's here posted in the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure to use our link to get special discounts, and your purchase also helps support the channel because the good people at Fanatics have partnered with Empire Jeff TV. And when you purchase through them using our link, it benefits the channel. Your order experience will not change. It's just the good people at Fanatics hook us up when you hook yourself up with some dope gear. So appreciate you guys. Also, become a member on the channel over here is pretty easy. You click the join button or the first link in the description. How to become a member. There's 3 different tiers of memberships. We got for less than the cost of lunch, you can be a member for an entire month. It's a great way to help support the channel. It's basically like doing 1 super chat a month. You can also tap that Cash App, $ Empire Jeff, and it would be greatly appreciated, man. Got some members only videos, some vlogging, some giveaways coming, especially with the NBA right around the corner for members only. So appreciate all those who have done so already. Internet is my home says the TV box isn't always correct. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I touched on that too. you're right. It's not. And I can tell you got to look at the batter more than the box. A lot of the cases, man. Especially when you look at someone like Freddie Freeman, who's just a mammoth human being up there. That box is that same size box for him as it is for someone like a, like a Mookie Betts or a Miggy Rowe or a Kike or someone like that. Like it's not the same strike zone. It just isn't, man. What the heck happened? I can't believe we lost. Yeah, Lewis, it just be that way. And that's baseball, man. I know they say for football, it's any given Sunday, but in baseball, y'all, it's any given day. Like on any given day, someone in baseball who's at the bottom of the standings can beat someone at the top of the standings any given day. And it's not just any given day, it's any given series. You can have the worst team in baseball play a 3-game series against the best team in baseball and sweep them. It is not abnormal and it is not uncommon. That's what makes baseball so special. And that's why I've always told you guys, it is every team has a chance to win every single day. It's just a fact. That's baseball, man. BC, what's up, my guy? Didn't they have like multiple 5-run comebacks in the ninth at some point and multiple blown 5-run leads too? Yeah. But they've only had 3 times, I think, this year where they came back when they were trailing after 8. One was that game in Colorado where Hayward hit that pinch hit grand slam and then Teo hit a home run. So they've done it before against Colorado, but that was in Colorado. But they're like 3-50 something when they're losing after the 8th inning. They're great at comebacks from like 1 through 7. After the 8th, it all goes off a cliff there. BC says 4 runs in 5 in the third. It's technically a 6.5 ERA. I get you, but what I'm saying is I don't look at Buehler as a 9-inning pitcher anymore, right? I know the stats. I know how it balances out. But I'm saying, like, from my ERA standpoint, there were games where he was giving up 7 or 8 in that same stretch, right? Or less. So my thing is, if Buehler can go 6 and give up 4 or less, to me, that's like having a pitcher out there with a 3 ERA to me, because I feel like our offense is good enough to weather that, and they have been a lot of the time, even though he's 1-6. But there's been several games where they've been able to weather that. And that's just, unfortunately, where we are with him now. That's just basically what we have to do. But the 9K to the 1 walk, like you mentioned, is big, man. JD said, love to see it. I'm assuming that's a Padre fan. What's going to be the playoff rotation? I mean, I'm scared to say who's going to be on the playoff roster, because I got to see who's able to stay healthy to finish the way the season has gone, right? But I would assume Flaherty 1. I would assume Yamamoto 2. Some combination of Kershaw, Buehler, and then Landon Knack is probably what we're looking at. And we have to hope. We're at a situation now where we have to hope that Gosselin comes back and is able to contribute. I just don't trust Bobby Miller anymore this season. I had such high hopes for him. He was my favorite prospect since Julio, and like Julio, he has disappointed me. And I did not see this coming. I thought this kid had the moxie. I thought he had the make. I thought he had, what the thing I think that is hurting him now is his mental toughness. And oddly enough, foolish me, I thought that was his best asset. And he's just an absolute head case right now. And I don't know if he's salvageable this season. I just don't know. 1 Yamamoto, 2 Flaherty, 3 Buehler, 4 Knack, 5 Kershaw. So, okay, yeah, I mean, any type of comment. I think you can rotate those in and out almost any way. I think you can go Flaherty 1, Yamamoto 2, vice versa. I think you can go Buehler, Knack, or Kershaw, anywhere 3 through 5 there. I think all of those guys are kind of similar, even though Knack and Buehler have more strikeout stuff. So I could kind of see where you put that as him with the 5th. But I really think that 1 and 2 are interchangeable, and I really think 3 through 5 are interchangeable, which probably isn't good, right? But the bats and the pen are going to have to absolutely hold it down. Still rather play 4 more versus Colorado than 3 versus Arizona. Yeah, Internet My Home, I 100% agree with you there. I think they can split the last series if they win this and the next series. Yeah, so like I said, my thing is more or less a mentality thing, because the Padres have kind of had their way with us this season. So my mentality kind of is like, as long as the Dodgers can actually win a series from them, I think it just puts us in a much better place, right? Especially being the last series we faced them this season, coming away from that with a win, and kind of proving to them that, hey, even though we're not at our best, we don't have all our guys, we still took care of business against you, right? And we still beat you in that last series. I think that's important. I think the Dodgers need to edge that into their minds. This team should have scored more runs than Arizona. I think if Muncy, Mookie don't miss so much time, they do. I agree with you 100%. The fact that Mookie almost has 80 RBIs when he was out 6 weeks is a miracle in and of itself too. So I agree with you. If Muncy and Mookie are here the whole time, if Freddie's having a typical Freddie season, if he wasn't out with what he's been out with, and that's just a time where he wasn't playing the games, he's been physically out, but the times where his mind, understandably so, was probably elsewhere, along with all these runs and these issues with these pitchers. So you got batters pressing at the plate, right? So you have guys out that you depend on, and Muncy's a guy that can get you damn near 40 home runs in a year, right? And to be without him, Mookie was playing at an MVP pace when he went down. So, you lose those guys and you feel it. And this is what I keep talking about. Right? Yamamoto out 3 months, Muncy out 3 months, Mookie out a month and a half, Freddie being out with what he had to deal with, right? Glass now, all these injuries. And I'm just still impressed with the fact that where they are in the standings. Now, you can't cash those standings out, for playoff cash, right? Like you got to perform in the playoffs. But what I'm saying is this team has proven they've been able to win games even with these deficiencies. So the only hope is that can trend and continue in the playoffs. That's the only thing we can really hope for right now. Let's see. You said Dodger fans don't know anything about respect. I don't know, man. I know a lot of respectful Dodger fans. I don't know what team you're a fan of, but I'd love to hear it because I've seen disrespect from every single fan base. What's going on, Daniel Barry? Appreciate you for tuning in, brother. Appreciate you. We don't suck, man. We just lost the baseball game. Bueller and Miller will doom us if they make the postseason. I don't think Miller will. Obviously, I think Bueller will, but we almost have no choice. That first inning, Bueller is a curse. It absolutely is. Where did you find that stat? I don't know what stat you're talking about. I'm late to get into this one. I think Bueller can go 6-3 in October. He always played better then. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, man. 6 innings, 3 runs or less, like would be super, super ideal. I don't know what you're talking about where I got that stat at. Remind me. Blackman, Walker, Goldie always owns us. Yeah. Those 3 always kill us. Christian Walker is like Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, Ohtani in 1 when he plays us, man. DJ, what's up, my brother? Appreciate you for tuning in, man. DJ over there at Lakers in 5. Make sure to go subscribe to Lakers in 5, man. Good guy, great content, good channel. A lot of information over there. Fun group of guys over there. Make sure to go to subscribe to Lakers in 5. Good dude, like I said. Pausing his workout from his push-ups and dips. DJ does like 4 workouts a day, man. So, pausing his workout there. DJ, if you work it tonight, drive safe, brother. I appreciate you, man. Roy says, Jeff, how about start an opener for Bueller, then bring him in the 3rd inning? So starts pitching to the bottom of the lineup to settle. That's interesting. And I haven't really thought about that. But I don't necessarily think it's, I don't hate that, Roy. I don't think it's the part of the lineup that Walker is struggling with. He's struggling with command. He's struggling with his confidence. And I've seen plenty of guys at the bottom of the lineup light him up this season. So I don't know if that fixes it, but at this point, I'll try anything when it comes to him. If you could bring him in after an inning or 2 and have him go like 2nd through the 8th or 3rd, whatever, right? So 2nd through the 7th, and then go to the pen. I'm willing to try whatever it takes because we need to do something. We need 6 innings from him. We have to get 6 innings from him. I'm willing to do whatever we have to do to get there for sure. Because I have no real answer for that right now. Probably not a Rockies fan. I have no idea, man. 350 trailing after 8 innings. There it is. I heard them say it on the game tonight. They said they were 3-50. I want to say either 3-58. Most of their losses have been when they've trailed after the 8th. Obviously, right? So I heard them say it during the game tonight. 3-53 or 3-58. They said it during the game tonight. I didn't see the stat anywhere. I heard them say it. They said it like twice. I remember if it was 53 or 58, but they said it during the game tonight. Is where I heard it. And to be honest, like When they've won in walk-off fashion is when it's been tied, right? But they've had some so their walk-offs has been when it's been tied. But it's interesting because if they say they take the lead after the I've seen games. I remember a game where a team scored with the ghost runner, and then the Dodgers matched up and won later. So I don't know if that carries into extra inning games or not, but that was what they said during the show tonight. I mean, during the game tonight, they said that was their record when they after they've trailed after the 8th inning. So I don't know if the extra innings goes into that though. I had to get some water there, guys. Sorry, but that's concerning, right? You've got to be able to win some games when you're down after the 8th inning, and we saw it again tonight. So it's not ideal for this team the way they've been set up this season to be losing after the 8th inning, or it's going to be problematic potentially, right? So, not sure if that's something that can be fixed this season, but it's something that to keep an eye on there, right? Also, I don't know how many runs of those have been given up with runs in the top of the 9th from when Phillips was going through his thing and Hudson was going through his thing. So, we've had a lot of issues late in games in our losses this season. So that kind of ties up into that stat. Pretty good. What's up, Big Baby? Appreciate you, man. Make sure to subscribe to Big Baby. Got Lakers season around the corner. He covers the team. He's a shameless Charger fan as well. Poor guy. But pull up on Big Baby, man. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, man, tough loss tonight, man. Division's still up for grabs, I think. Mathematically, yes, but I mean, I'll be the first to admit it if I'm wrong and if it happens. But I don't believe that the division is in danger. I never believed that. I haven't believed that, and I'm gonna die on that hill. I just believe that they're going to win enough games to win it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. I can't predict the future. I can't tell the future. Maybe they do blow the division, but I don't think they will. And they've been my pick all season to win that division. I did feel that they were going to win that division by 5 games or more. I felt that way. That could still happen, but we will see. But at the end of the day, I 100% believe that they're winning the division. I just do. BC said Rangers lost the division on the last day to Houston last year. They got over it, but they'll still win the division. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to win the division, I think. And you're absolutely right about that. KD, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you, man. Go to you as well. Craig, what's going on, man? Appreciate you as well. But yeah, man. We know our deficiencies. We know the problems we have. We know what's facing us. We're facing a loaded gun with a gun with a couple of bullets in the chamber, right? And we got to make every bullet count. And I'm talking about the pitching staff. I still, albeit tonight, we only scored 3 runs. I still will take our lineup into a playoff series and believe we can win with it. While the other team's arms are going to give us some trouble, and we may not be able to match that with our arms, the only hope here is that our pen and our bats are able to carry us. Because if they don't, we're out, right? We're out of there. That's the reality of the situation. We know this to be true. But it is what it is. Swing away. Go down swinging. We got Shohei. We got Mookie. We got Freddie. We got Theo. We got Muncy. We got guys who are capable of playing their best when the lights are at their brightest. But at the end of the day, the offense and the pen is going to have to carry us. And the starters are going to do everything within their power to keep us in games so the others can do what they can do. For sure. Katie says, how you see this playoffs go? To be honest, I've never felt more confident with the Yanks all season as right now. But what you think? I mean, obviously, their bullpen situation, the way they started the season versus where they are now, the Yanks have a great chance. I still believe in my World Series pick. I still think it's going to be Yankees-Dodgers. I still think that's what it's going to be. And I still have the Dodgers winning it, man. I still do. They have as much chance as anyone. Like I said, I felt they were the clear-cut favorite before all the injuries. The injuries have separated that now, but I still think they have as great a chance as everyone else, so I'm still rocking with them. I also think the Dodgers have a chance as they got all those bats for sure. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly. Hudson need a rest. Bring him back for the playoffs. Yeah, Craig, Hudson missed his target twice. Blackman almost drove the first one down the line. He obliterated that baseball, not high, but down that line, just went foul. And then he clobbered that other one just inside the right field foul pole for that home run, 2-run home run in the ninth. But Hudson missed his location on both of those pitches, and that's what happened. Don't overwork him like Banda. Yeah, and then Banda going out there and getting frustrated and breaking his hand, right? Doing something stupid. Banda was overworked, and he had a great season, and now we don't have him either. Katie says, low key, be careful with San Diego. People aren't as high as them as I am. I'm hip to what San Diego is. I know what they could do. But I also still believe that we can get them. Like, I believe we can get them. Like, I think they're good. I think they're capable. I still think we're a better baseball team. I do. I know their pitching right now is better than ours, but I still think we're better. And I think if we get them, we'll beat them. Yankees are 55-27 in playoffs series versus the MLB, excluding Houston. They're 0-4 versus them. Yeah, I would love for them to get Houston and beat them this year, man. I would actually do for a win. Yeah, I would actually love for them. But I'm telling you, Yankees Dodgers is what I'm hoping for. I think the league is hoping for that too. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. And I would love to go to games on both coasts. I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off, but that would be incredible, man. That would be absolutely incredible. Be able to do that. That's some bucket list ish right there. But a lot of work needs to be done for that to happen, man. Katie says, I'm going for sure, man. Yeah, man, that'd be dope. Chris says, Luck should have been pinch hit against left-handed pitching, had Pages, Kike, and Taylor to pinch hit. Yeah, Craig, but I feel like, look, if you bring Taylor in for Lux, people throw fit. If you bring Pages in and he strikes out, people throw fit. If you bring it, it's almost like the second guessing never really works, right? Because the chances are pitching is going to outdo hitting. And it's like there's always second guessing. Lux against lefties has been a problem. But in the reality, Craig, the umpire blew that at bat. Like, Lux should have gotten on with the walk. He approached that at bat great. He earned a walk. He just didn't get it. So while I get what you're saying, Gavin had a good at bat. It was just badly umpired, in my opinion. Katie said, Jeff, come with me. I would love to, man. 6-hour flight, man, probably in the middle of a week. Got a lot going on. But I want to. I got to see whether or not I can. But that would be, oh, my God. That would be crazy. Craig says umpire was terrible. Yeah. For those who are late to the show, again, I'll say that pitch on Muncy that dropped, that they called the strike, that was just outside the strike zone north, I'm actually okay with that. The Dodgers have benefited from that pitch multiple times this season. I'm not going to throw a tantrum because it cost them this time. It's the ones that was wide left and wide right that are a struggle for me. Those were kind of unacceptable to me. That was just doing too much. Ohtani in the Bronx too. Oh yeah, Ohtani at that short porch. Oh man, that would be wild. I would love to see that. But the Dodgers got like I said, 7 games left. I think they have a decent chance to win 6 of those 7. I think they win the next 4 against Colorado, 1 tomorrow, and then the 3 in Colorado, unless they have nothing to play for in the final game of the season. And I think they're going to take 2 or 3 from San Diego, man. Yamamoto misses NY. You're right. His best game there. Yeah, I think, man, oh my God, man. Him on the road in the playoffs, I think would be amazing. I think he's going to bring it, man. Hopefully both teams make it. I agree with you. Micah, what's good, my guy? What's good, bro? Hope you're all right, man. Salute, chat. What's going on, Micah? Appreciate you. NBA right around the corner, man. Our Giants. Man, I'm about to get up tomorrow, start drinking around 8:30 a.m., and act like I'm happy to watch him play football tomorrow. Well, I'm going to get up. I'm going to watch him. Yo, Lucky got his jersey. Lucky got his Giants jersey. He ready to go. Yeah. But I love Sundays, man. Sunday ticket. When I tell you, Micah, I put in like a whole shift and a half, an OT last Sunday, man. I shotgunned my first beer at 8:30, and I was up at it all the way through the night. Sunday night football game to do an NFL post game on the channel here. After that, I did like 12 hours or more on Sunday, man. I'm looking to do that again tomorrow, man. So tap in with your boy, man. Good to see you, Micah. This season has gone by quick. I was talking to my pops about that. I rolled up to my parents' house tonight to watch the game. Had a few brews with my pops, and I remember like, oh, pops, the season just flew by. Like flew by. I can't remember a baseball season moving this quickly. It feels like it just started. I feel like y'all just hustled me to do a 3 a.m. live stream for the open of the season when y'all made me do that. I feel like it just happened. But this season just flew by, yo. I don't watch much baseball, but this dude Ohtani lining the league up. Yeah, he is a star of stars right now, Micah. Once in a lifetime talent. And we're blessed to be able to see it, watch him play now. Craig says, do you think Yamamoto should pitch tomorrow or Tuesday? If it were me, well, this is where the struggle comes. The loss tonight makes it to where you have to win tomorrow. You have to win tomorrow. You can't give away another game to Colorado. So I understand it now. And I've always believed, and I mentioned this earlier on the pregame show, I feel like the Dodgers try to limit. I think they want to limit San Diego from seeing him again before they have to face him in a playoff round. So I think that they're pitching him tomorrow. One, because now they need the win, but two, they don't want San Diego to see him again until the playoffs. In fact, if they do in fact match up. So that's why I think it's happening. If it were me, had we won tonight, I would have saved them for Tuesday. But because we lost tonight, we have to win tomorrow. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it now. Giants 0-3 after BC. Come on, man. Don't the salt and open wounds, bro. Come on. What's up, man? Come on, man. Jeff A, don't talk about my Giants, bro. About them Giants. Man, the Giants are killing me, man. Neighbors, man. That was all on Neighbors, man. He had that ball. That would have been first down. We didn't have our kicker, bro. So we missed an extra point. We did a 2-point conversion because we didn't have the kicker. We go for it on 4th and whatever because we don't have a kicker. And then Neighbors drops the ball. I can't. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there mentally. 99-63. That's where they end up. If they win out, they get to 100, but I don't think they're winning out. That'd be incredible because this will be the first time, the first full season since 2018 that the Dodgers won't reach 100 wins if they don't win out. And I think that's what they finished with is 99-63. But even though without all the even with all the injuries, I do think that's impressive. I think that's impressive, man. What's their schedule, Jeff? The Dodgers. So the Dodgers have one more against Colorado tomorrow. Then they're off Monday, 3 against San Diego at home, which is going to be a huge series, and then 3 in Colorado to end the season next Sunday. Jeff, this is how much I am behind on baseball. Is Kershaw still on the team and still effective? Kershaw still is on the team. He's been at times effective this season, at other times not. He's on the injured list right now with an issue, but not entirely sure if he's coming back. So is Kershaw available for the postseason? That's what we're still waiting to hear. I don't know yet. I don't believe he'll be back the regular season, but there's a chance he'll be back during the postseason. They already can't win 100. Was that tonight? If they won out with tonight's game? Yeah, okay. So if they lost tonight, then yeah, they might be right. 60. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. I know they said earlier if they went out, but I think that was with tonight's game included, right? So yeah. So they will not I thought on the post game. Okay, I'm confused then. I could have swore when I was driving home, I heard the post game saying that if they don't win out, then they can't reach 100 wins for the first time since 2018. Maybe I heard that wrong. White Sox are breaking records. Yeah, those White Sox are the straight up like bad news Bears out there, man. They're horrible, man. Fight on. I gave Michigan the game. Oh man. I'm a Michigan guy, man. Ever since the Fab Five, man. Michigan is my college. I've been kind of MIA on the college game for a few years, so I can't pretend. Those they change over so much. I can't pretend to. I'm not going to fake the funk. I'm not up on college. Just my Saturdays are real busy. I haven't watched college basketball in a good 2 years, so like college football, I haven't been able to tap in. So haven't been able to keep up with it. Feel bad for Vargas for sure. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad, but at the same time, he had no role here, and at least he's getting at bats there. And maybe they move him. They may have to just blow up that entire team. Kershaw has I don't know what he's at, but Kershaw's guy got a foot problem, man. But I mean, I don't know about, man. Kershaw is a starter in the playoffs. That's dangerous to me. My thing is I'd kind of use him in that like situation where you're up big or down big, but they're in a situation where they can't really choose, man. They just don't have arms. They do not have enough arms right now. Should have hit better here, could have stayed. Yeah, but they probably don't get that deal done without Vargas, right? They probably don't get Edman and Kopech without giving up Vargas. And Edman has been solid. Kopech has been great. You got to give to get in a trade, right? I still think that even with Vargas included in that trade, I still think they fleeced that deal. And like I said, you got to give to get in a trade, and the Dodgers had to give to get the guys that they got. And I still think the Dodgers won that trade by a landslide. I don't think that's up for debate, but I do feel bad for Vargas though, man. White Sox look like a dysfunctional organization. Yeah, Reinsdorf, man. Like Reinsdorf hasn't prioritized. Like the Bulls and the White Sox are owned by the same owner. You know what I mean? And that guy just, he made all that money up, after Jordan retired on the Bulls. He made more money on the Bulls after Jordan retired. And, he paid the money while Jordan was there, and he's just raked in ever since, right? And he's never been a great owner. He's a businessman. He makes his money. But as far as a team owner, he's not known for that. He's like a Dolan. Like James Dolan is known as a terrible basketball owner, but he's also known as a great businessman, right? He with business, he's got it, making the money and an organization that can turn profits, cash flow, all that. He's got that unlocked. But a winning organization, he's not going to build that. And that's kind of where Reinsdorf is, even though he, had the Bulls, but he had Jordan, right? He hasn't been able to do anything as an owner outside of Jordan. But not he's in a better situation than the Knicks were, right? Because he did get those 6 chips and he did have Jordan. But Reinsdorf is not an owner that's a culture changer. That's not what he is. He's a spreadsheet. Each cell has to add up to a certain number guy. That's just kind of what he is. Jeff saw you walking into Dodger Stadium with the Brooklyn Cat. Wait, you saw me in person, or you saw you saw the short I did? Did you see me in person, Roy? Or did you see me on the post that I posted? He said, you saw me walking in Dodger Stadium with a Brooklyn Cat with the B on it. Yeah, that was me yesterday. But did you see me in person, or did you see me post the video? And why did you say anything to me if you saw me? I had like 2 people message me saying they saw me. That's crazy. Vargas hitting 108 in the White Sox. Yikes. Yeah. On the short. Okay, cool. Yeah. I had 2 people tell me they saw me, and I knew that it wasn't the short because they told me the shoes I had on. I was like, you saw me? And they're like, yeah. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, I saw they peeked out the shoes. So I knew they wasn't lying. So it amazes me. Like, people will see me and they don't say what's up. Like, but they tell me because they were embarrassed. I'm like, I'm just like a regular. I'm that same dude at a game just like you. I just got my phone out, right? but if you see me, say something, guys, because like I want to meet people when I'm out. Like, I'm one of those dudes that like encourages that. Let's see. I saw the shirt. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was my 30th game yesterday, y'all, this season. 30th game at Dodger Stadium, and I'm hoping to go. I had tickets for this whole weekend because I thought the 50-50 was going to happen this weekend. My timing was off by 1 damn game, so I went last night. But tonight I knew it was going to be crazy because the Ohtani shirt, so I didn't want to be part of that. And tomorrow's NFL Sunday, so if it wasn't going to be for 50-50, I wasn't going to go on Sunday because I'm NFL. Monday they're off. And I have tickets to Wednesday's game. So I think I'm going Wednesday. So, and I'll be at playoff games too. So, like I said, I did 30 games this year. I was hoping to do 50, but as you guys know, I went through a stretch there in July. I had a very, very, a family member that's dealing with something very serious, and life was on hold as far as extracurricular stuff was on hold during that whole stretch. So literally the entire month of July, I just was like giving away tickets, giving away, not selling, giving away. So now kind of making up for lost time. And I've kind of like, ever since like mid-August, I was just like blitzing the stadium. like I need to be around the stadium, man, make up for lost time. So I've been trying to go to at least 1 game every series. Since then, I've gone to multiple games in 1 series, but it's always a pleasure to be at a ballpark, man. I just love it. So on that note, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Make sure to drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Check that pinned chat in the chat with our Fanatics link to get any gear memorabilia, whatever it is your heart desires on Fanatics, use our link. Would greatly appreciate it. And like I said, probably will not hear from me till at least tomorrow night, depending on what condition I'm in after a Sunday of football. But there'll be no Dodger pregame tomorrow, no NFL pregame, none of that. Maybe tomorrow night. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys had a good Saturday. Hope you guys have a great Sunday, whether you watch NFL or not. Final day of summer today. I think fall kicks off tomorrow. So summer is officially over. Hope you had a great summer. Hope you guys have a great fall. Hope you guys have a great night. And hopefully, talk to you guys tomorrow, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.